Hi and welcome. Welcome to the Arts Council of Surrey Community Gallery here at the Newton Cultural Centre. My name is Wendy Mould. I'm the producer of ACS Gallery Talks. I am here today to introduce you to our featured artist for the month of January, DIANA ROBLEЩ. Works by DIANA are here until January 30th, but can be viewed online at the artscouncilofsurrey.ca. DIANA's show is called Changes. It is about her life as an artist. Her goal was to be the best she could. She pursued her own path, trusting her instincts to take her there. It is truly amazing to see how she uses strong elements of color, texture, and movement to bring her ideas to life. I will be talking with Fraser, her husband, about her work, as DIANA has passed away. Fraser has been very much involved with her as she followed her path. I look forward to talking with him and learning more about her passion. This is very exciting this evening to chat with you, Fraser. I'm looking forward to learning about the show that's featured this month in the gallery of DIANA Roblesch's work. Can you
Mhm.
kind of talk to us a little bit about how her journey? What is her in art? What is she doing? Where is she going?
Sure. Yeah. Thanks, Wendy. Yeah, happy to be here with you too, and sharing it with you. This is it's been a good chance to, and this is the first chance that I've had to share her work, her portfolio, since her passing about 3 years ago now. And coincidentally, the show opened kind of on the day of her passing, so it's kind of symbolic in that sense, and that's it's proven a good opportunity to share it with her, with you and the community at large. And with art, and as in many things in life, there's cycles, and this is it's an excellent opportunity just to highlight how those sorts of cycles occur. And with DIANA's art, I've been very close, watching her portfolio for many years, and helped manage it kind of as her partner also, for about 10 years. And I've been able to identify the different phases and segments of her life and her work. And this is where the cycles come into play. An artist, I think, when they take the time to develop their work, when they're really focusing on it, there's a transition from styles, as the influences come in and out of their lives, and it's captured through their work, right? So that their work is essentially the roadmap of where they've been, especially if they've been focusing at it for so long. And this is something that DIANA's done. She did it, kind of started in her later 30s and right to her 80s. So a good chunk of her life was spent on it. Um, and from my perspective and the conversations that we held, and we had a lot together, conversations, she used her work in a way to develop self and express self, and discover. And that's what I found was really interesting about the work. And it kind of documents that sort of progress. And these pieces are, a lot of them are on display. There's about a little over a dozen at the ACS Gallery in Newton, right now, that people can come in and see, kind of a snapshot of that progress.
Oh, neat, neat. Okay, well, let's have a look at some other pieces here. Just give me a
Mhm.
moment. Well, I kind of picked this picture here, the tree trunk beauty, just as a way of leading into the kind of work that she does. Can you kind of color, texture, movement? This is certainly
Mhm.
there.
Mhm. So those three variables were very much at the core of her creation. And um, as I shared with you in a previous conversation, that stems back from her initial um, venture into fiber art. The gallery today is showing her visual art, her paintings on canvas and board. But her color movement and texture really came from that first foray into fiber art, and exploring the thread. You know, she was a weaver and a knitter. She created her own threads, and her garments from there. So painting really evolved out of that. And say the tree trunk beauty, the picture that we're talking about now has got wonderful flowing lines, full of vibrant colors, natural tones, and just really expressing the flow. Um, Life can develop and life grows, and so often we only get to see just a snippet of it. We can't see the whole thing most times, especially from our vantage. But as we move around, we can start to really take in the different angles of life and experience just the impressions that it brings upon us. So that is a great piece. It is a bit of a smaller piece, which is interesting because she tended to paint in larger size canvases. So that particular one is about a 3-foot square painting, and as everybody knows, trees are quite massive and magnificent. She spent a lot of time in the Pacific Northwest and Washington, as well as in BC here, growing up most of her life in BC. So just to see massive trees is something that we can all relate to on the West Coast. And but it also, on the other hand, it also kind of speaks to the reality that life is short. Right?
Right.
It's not the entire tree. It's the tree trunk. It's a reminder of what we've seen come and what we know will come again. But the color, texture, and movement is something that appears in all of her work, and she had a strong affinity with flow and movement, and that touches on her time in dance as well as in music, and just the expressive nature of who she was as a person.
Now, this picture here, Circle of Life, you're telling me this kind of is a way she saw life, following her instincts. Can you kind of elaborate on that?
Well, yeah, thanks, Wendy. Good point there. And the picture, Circle of Life, it features a number of circles mainly, as suggested by the title, but really emanating from those central figures, come lines and waves of kind of particles, one might say, that are flowing out of it. And Diana, she was a tremendously intuitive person, and throughout her life, she learned to develop that as a guide and kind of a compass to exploring things that resonated with her. Wasn't always easy, many times it was against a lot of pressure externally, even internally sometimes too. To follow your inner voice. This is not something that is easily done, and there are times when it's you have to go against a lot of popular opinion in order to really find something new and break through, and other times people really can identify that with what you're doing, and on the same token, you do circle back to things. Right, you initially explore things as a child, and you find the merriment and wonder in it again. And if you can link back to that excitement, the simplicity of things in life, the things that delight us as children, then there's a tremendous amount of joy that can be brought out of that. And with this picture, Circle of Life particularly, just the vibrant energy that flows from it, I think it speaks to the excitement, the vitality of life, and the recurring themes that we experience on a day-to-day if we take a minute to slow down and witness it.
Right. That's very interesting. Yes, I certainly feel what you're saying. It's really really great to talk to you, Fraser, about her work. And my goodness, I think we could talk all afternoon if we had the chance. But I do appreciate your time. I've really enjoyed learning more about her. And of course, the material that you've sent me, I'm going to sneak through and read a lot more of it. It's very interesting. And again, thank you very much. And I appreciate the time and effort you've put to put this together for her.
My pleasure. Thanks, Wendy. Yeah, it's a great opportunity to share a very extensive portfolio spanning decades, and hopefully it speaks to you and our listeners.
Right. Well, thank you.